Hey, Virgo, intuitive soul coach here with your November 2023 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, welcome. This is good for any and all placements of Virgo in your chart. So the key themes for you this month, we have clarity, choices, and ascension. And what you don't see coming, Virgo, is the message card here. So there could be incoming news. I am getting here inner truth. So it could be a message from your higher self or the divine. Some sort of truth, message, or important communication is coming in. That's what you don't see, or that's your advice from spirit here. Now, because you have the clarity and choice card, I feel some of you could be wavering back and forth between a major life decision. This may pertain to your career, your relationship, health, whatever area of your life you feel like you are, coercing, going a little bit back and forth, maybe weighing up pros and cons, or deciding to leave or stay, or how to grow, how to release yourself from a comfort zone here. I feel like this is the month where you gain the clarity and make a choice that is in your highest good, because you have ascension here. So whatever choice you are making, I feel like it's going to be based in truth, because on the clarity card here, it says truth. Yeah, things coming to light. This is about solutions. You may even find some answers, as we mentioned, through meditation. This can be talking to someone, a professional. That may be part of the news or the messages coming in here. This is about making the path clear ahead where it's been a little bit foggy. It's been a little bit indecisive, but I feel eclipse season may have shaken some things up for you. And now you're able to make a choice that you've been wavering, or it could be something external as well. So for example, you're trying to sell your home. You've made the decision to do so, and this is the month that you're really solidifying that energy, and you receive news that there's an offer on your home. It could be something of that nature as well. But this choice here is all about free will. It's about, finding that balance. If this is a relationship, it's important to look at it from a harmonic or a balance point of view here. Maybe even one would say more of a neutral or neutrality, but I am getting harmony is important when it comes to relationships. And you may be asking yourself, am I still feeling balanced? What do I need to do to find balance within myself so I can see some sort of harmony or balance play out in my outer world? So Virgo, this is going to be a very powerful month for you. I am getting a lot of deep energy, even though there's not tons of major arcanas out here. We see two of them, and they're actually the best ones. We do have the Lover and the Star. So I like this combination. So yeah, that's a deep opening and healing of the heart chakra. It's making decisions that are heartfelt. You've been thinking things through rationally, logically, but yet on a heart-based level. And I feel whatever choices you are making here, you will ascend to a higher place, whatever that may look like for you. You may feel like you're between worlds, right? 1 foot over here, 1 foot over here. It may feel a little bit confusing at times, but you have the resources here. You have the spiritual and divine guidance. And there's something here about choice or option. Maybe not so much choice, but options. I think you even have the 7. Yep, you have the 7 of Cups here. So there is some sort of choice that needs to be made. And with the Lovers, that used to be a choice card. Plus you have the choices. So this is a big month. Even though sometimes people say not making a choice is a choice in itself, but I don't see that here this month for you, because you've already been wavering back and forth. This is the month that you ascend. You find solutions here, and this is soul advancement. It is personal growth. And again, you have another word of meditation here, or meditative states can help you gain the clarity that you need to move forward. Now, starting off, you do have the Knight of Ariel and the 3 of Gabrielle, so Pentacles here and Wands. So the Knight of Pentacles is someone who is trustworthy, very understanding, devoted to their passion, their purpose, and humorous and funny as well. But sometimes the Knight of Pentacles, and that's kind of what I'm getting here, even though this is slow but steady movement, I feel like there could be a little bit of fear or caution to take a necessary risk. And that may be what has stalled up the progress when it comes to making some sort of choice. And this could be on someone else's end as well. Maybe someone was lazy in their energy, or they could have been stalled or stuck due to fear. But it says there is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. So for some of you, you do have a grandmother, a grandfather, or a parent, a loved one who is watching over you at this time. This could be the month that they were born. It could be a month that they really loved or enjoyed, or maybe it was their celebration, excuse me, of life. But November could be significant. I'm also getting here December as well as September could have been important months that may have to do with someone that has crossed over. Now, you may have a lot to do this month, Virgo, but keeping a very detailed plan, maybe writing things out on paper or getting an app on your phone that can help you organize. I'm also getting here details, being detail oriented about a situation. Maybe you're planning a trip and that you may write down different things that you need to take, different steps that, could help you along the way. It can help you find more, ease. But sometimes we need to just go with the flow as well and accept things as they come. I'm a huge planner myself. I like to plan. I like to be, detail oriented and know ahead of time so I can best prepare my energy and feel more in control. But I do feel here for you, you're finding ways to help you ease through some stressful times. And some of you, this is work, right? It's time management, looking at your schedule. It's scheduling certain things in. It could be a perfect month for you to schedule in that oil change or to get that checkup. I'm also getting here scheduling time for dinner dates or even coffee dates with friends. Whatever this is for you, it's important to put it down on paper so you're able to follow through with it. And it doesn't have to just be paper. It could be anywhere where you actually physically see it. The Knight of Ariel is the slowest moving energy here. So some of you have been really slow to make a decision because, that's just the energy of the Knight, because you want to be sure 100% that any decisions that come in are for your highest good. Now, because it's partnered with the Three of Wands, there's definitely, I love this. It says, I was going to say there's definitely movement, but it says prosperity arising from wise planning. So because you've made a very detailed plan here, you're going to see that results are favorable because, there's wise planning here and you're ready to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So some of you are absolutely traveling. Maybe you're traveling over the holidays or you're visiting people. This could be work as well. Maybe you're visiting a loved one. Could even be a lover because you have the lovers coming in next. I'm getting here mother energy. Some of you could be connecting with a female, but we have here movement and things are going to work out better than expected. So try not to worst case scenario it or, self-fulfill prophecies that don't exist. Try not to think the worst because I feel like plans are actually going to turn out favorable for you. Same goes if you have a choice to make or if this has to do with a job or, selection of a home, whatever it may be. Some of you may be purchasing a car as well because I'm getting car energy and you have that showing up as well, new assets. Now, next you have the Queen of Pentacles here. So beautiful. You are the type of energy, Virgo, and this is you as well, where you're very mature, you're very practical, you're very generous, very happy. You enjoy the luxuries and beauties that life has to offer, and you like to share it with others. You would make an excellent hostess. You are the type of person that offers people, what do you need? Or, would you like a beverage? Or would you like this? You're very respectful of time and energy and space. And I feel for some of you, you could be meeting someone, you could be connecting with someone over, drinks, dinner, because I'm getting something with a family dinner or, of course, November is the month of Thanksgiving. You may celebrate that, but I feel like this could be a dinner for two. Or perhaps it is a first date, or maybe it's a very important dinner where you have a conversation that's been on your heart, on your mind. But it says nurture yourself and those you love, the ability to make anything more beautiful, and practical and wise advice. So this Queen of Ariel, even though this is your energy here, it's important that you give yourself that good advice, because you give great advice to others, Virgo. I feel like you give advice from the heart as well as practical advice, right? You know that there's a blend of fine tuning, but you're opening your heart up to something new here with the Lovers. This could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be making this choice that is favorable to things that bring you joy and pleasure and happiness. It says make choices from the heart, deeply emotional commitments, and the power of love. So whenever this Lovers card comes in, I always ask, what would love do in this situation? Are you seeing things through the lens of maybe some sort of conditioning that has hurt you, some sort of betrayal, loss, negativity? We all do that. It's part of our human conditioning, is we see things through the view that we've experienced them as. And I feel like Spirit is saying it's important to take that off, take that lens off the best that you can. And that's coming from that place of, harmony, more balance, or a more higher perspective here. So it may be around an important relationship that you are getting practical about as well. You may be choosing to nurture and love you first. Okay, even though it talks about loving those around you, you're going to do that anyway, but there could be someone specific here that you are dealing with, a relationship where you're going to make a big choice in this dynamic. If this is a career, I feel like it's important for you to not compromise what you love or your heart or your integrity because of something that has kept you maybe slow moving or a little bit stuck in a rut here, because something has come to an end. Next up, we have double swords, the 4 and the 10. And we know what that means. Whenever we see a 10 of swords, sometimes that can be a very challenging betrayal, stabbed in the back energy. But I really like the 10 of Michael, 10 of swords in this deck, because you can see that she's bowing. She is bowing. This is a graceful ending. You can see here the beautiful swans beside her, and this is more balanced energy. And it says here, a situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. It's okay to put the past behind you. So what I get from this 10 of swords, it doesn't mean that you didn't have someone stab you in the back or something was quite painful. I feel it absolutely probably was. But now you're able to see it for what it was. And it's like it doesn't sting as much. Something now you're able to make a choice on, Virgo, that you may have been grappling with for quite some time, but now it's finally okay to bow out or, take a stand for yourself and gracefully leave a situation that you've been caught up in the past. And it could be, for some of you, a relationship. It could be a job coming to an end. It could be some mental conflict or confusion over the past. Like we said, Spirit wants you to look through the lens of non-conditioning the best that you can, non-judgment, non-criticism, any of those beliefs that we've tied to a situation or emotions that were painful. You're healing that now. Excuse me. 4 of swords. I mean, some of you, there could be a conversation that you're able and ready to have, because my throat chakra is activated. And look at all this blue. Because this can be mental conflict, not quite knowing, but because my throat's activated here as we're talking about this energy, I feel like it's important for you to get something off your heart, get something off your chest, say something that may be heartfelt. Someone may need to hear this, because that's what ascends the energy. A situation has ended, and insights that come from quiet meditation. There is the third time we see meditation. And again, we've seen trust here a few times as well. So There is something here with gaining answers through meditation, and that could be part of the communication because you may have been caught up in some sort of emotions where you felt blocked mentally or spiritually. The need for more rest or time off. Seek relief from stress. So whatever was causing you stress, that's what you're putting an end to. That's what you are gracefully bowing out of. Whether it was, again, it could be a mental thought that has held you in a state of captivity and put some bars around your heart center here. That's why you may have the Lovers, even though that's not you, right? You are this Queen of Pentacles, someone very mature, very generous, very loving and happy. You could be letting go of whatever had kept those bars up over your heart. Okay, that's what I feel for a lot of you. Next up, we have the 10 of Cups and the Star. I mean, once this is released, once this pain and this healing has fully integrated, that's when things really change. So this could have to do with a family dynamic here. 10 of Raphael with the Star. I mean, this is a powerful combination about healing, and it goes beyond just what's right in front of you. Virgo, this is ancestral healing. This is, healing so this doesn't keep happening in the cycle of the people that you know even, or the people that you've heard of. If something has been playing out for generations and generations in your family dynamic, there's something being healed on a deep cellular soul level. So it stops bringing that pain to the family dynamic. I hope that makes sense. It's deep stuff here. Like I said, especially with the Lovers, this is healing the heart chakra. Now, some of you had parents or even grandparents who were very strict as well. They may have grown up in a very strict dynamic, and not saying that strict is, the worst of the worst. Of course, we've been through things that have been worse than someone being strict, but it's the way about which it happens, right? So strict could lead to a lot of different things. It could be, a bullying. I'm getting the word bully. So someone may have had a family member that has bullied them. Maybe some of you have felt bullied in your own relationships and your own, partnerships, or within your own children. But the Star is a dream come true. This is about believing in yourself. It's the end of a difficult situation. Yes, Virgo, whatever has been challenging that heart, it's coming to an end with this 10 of Swords and 4 of Swords. I mean, a lot of healing has been taking place here. That's why you have the Clarity card, because you finally wrapped up this cycle, and it hasn't been easy. I see that for you. But the 10 of Raphael, 10 of Cups, is love and blessings that infuse your life, your energy, and the world around you, the people that you spend time with. And literally the word harmonious shows up here. And that's what we said in the very beginning, harmony and balance. And it says harmonious relationships with family members. This is your happily ever after. So there could have been a situation for some of you. Maybe you had a difficult time birthing children or birthing life. Maybe you've had such a challenge with a certain family member, or you weren't able to get along, or maybe there was a family member who had left some deep ancestral pain, and it came onto you from maybe a very young age. That is being lifted here, so you can have this 10 of Cups energy. And the 10 of Cups is that unconditional love versus conditional. Right? It is the energy here of good fortune, family vacations, overcoming any sort of argument or lack of, not feeling worthy of love, okay? Because you are absolutely worthy of love. And even if there was some sort of betrayal here, you're moving past that. Your final outcome is the 7 of Cups. 7 energy is showing up for you here. And again, more choice energy. So truth, choices, and harmony. So to me, the truth is leading to making some choices in your highest good that will ultimately lead to harmony. I mean, It's broken down quite simply, quite beautifully for you this month, Virgo. And your final outcome says time to make a decision. Be clear. That's why you have clarity. I love the synchronicities here. Be clear on what you want and take action, because the Knight of Pentacles, it's slow moving, right? And there's not tons of action here happening, and you're being guided to light that fire behind you. You're, you know what, right? To take off with something, make that decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. And it could be even a need for detoxification. Some of you, you could be cutting out something physical that maybe you put into your body. It could be a food, it could be a substance, it could be a toxin or poison, something that just doesn't serve you any longer. It could be, again, a relationship, a pattern, or a habit, or a self-worth criticizing behavior that says that you don't have what it takes to build that business or apply for that job or meet that person. That's being eradicated here. Spirit wants you to ascend so you can live that happily ever after that you want. And happily ever after does not mean that there will never be a challenge in your life, but it means that you're going with the flow of life instead of feeling like you're coming up to a roadblock at every turn of the way. So take action. There could be a need for detoxification. So if you can, meditate more, get out in nature, read a good book, take a hot bath, connect with an energy healer or a Reiki practitioner, travel, take some time to meditate. And because they're showing me the buckets that are filled with each color of the chakra, some of you really could benefit from some chakra work at this time. So you can find on YouTube guided meditations that walk you through each chakra center. That could be really beneficial for you at that time to connect and meditate more. I feel like a lot of you, there could be deep release, a lot of emotions, a lot of tears, a lot of clarity come through. So again, maybe a guided chakra meditation could help you out at this time. And then they're really illuminating here the blue chakra that's right up front. So again, something with the throat, speaking up, expression. It could be sharing your story. It could be being seen, being heard. And then right next to the blue is the green. So those two are front focused right on the steps. So I feel in order to ascend these steps and get to this really beautiful wishing well that, brings harmony, right? There's in a way, the harmony or balance symbol. This is you going through the heart and the throat in order to reach that ascended crown chakra energy. So I like this showing up. When it comes to career, finances, wealth, and money, some of you, there may have been an ending. There may have been some sort of difficulty or a rough patch that you went through in your career. Maybe you've had to borrow money from a bank, borrow money from a family member, or you were just low on cash. You wanted to have a little bit more, but you had to go through this period of reinvention. You had to go through a period of maybe even unemployment, or you were out of work. Some of you, you felt really stuck in a place that really your energy was done. This is done, dead, and over kind of energy with the skull showing up here. And you wanted to come back to life, but in a new way, because you knew that whatever it was here that was shifting, you could never go back to doing things in the way that you did them. And you had to go through this reinvention period. Now, some of you, you may be healers. A lot of you are healers. Professionally, personally, right? You could work with people in hospice, maybe end of life. Some of you may be doulas, entering life. You could have worked with a family member, or you've cared for a family member that was dying or that was ill. For some of you, maybe you've gone through a near-death experience, or there has been some sort of loss that has affected your financial status or financial matters. But the good news is I feel like that's part of what you're putting behind you, because next you have the face card, you have the wings, and you have the ornaments. So the face card is about putting yourself out there, even if it feels daunting, even if it feels vulnerable. And I am getting the word vulnerability really, really strongly here right in front of you. So there is something that you have to be more vulnerable than you ever have. That's why you have the Lovers here, because that's going to bring in and usher in this unconditional love and happiness and joy and pleasure. And it's also going to bring in other heartfelt connections that can help you, other resources, right? Resourceful people, or just resources that are based in integrity, truth, honesty, instead of maybe more fear and lower vibes, right? The investor energy is coming up here as well. So what is it that you invest your time into? Are you taking those risks? There's the risk card, because we had that with the Knight of Ariel show up as well. So this could be stepping towards making a choice that seems a little risky, but knowing that spirit has your back, right? Knowing that this is something that's being intuitively guided and put in front of you for that very reason, for ascension, for happiness, for joy, for success. This is self-made. So some of you may be thinking about going off on your own. Maybe it's fame. Maybe some of you, this has to do with being in the spotlight, but there could be a little bit of fear. Even for those of you that are behind the scenes, or maybe you have your own YouTube channel, maybe you have a podcast, there may be something that you are guided to share, to speak up about, to tell your side of things, or to bring truth and enlightenment to others. This is about exposure. And I feel like the time has come to put the old thoughts and worry and paradigm behind you so you can step into the spotlight here. You have the Wings card. This is rising above money issues. And if you are maybe an influencer, or you're in the spotlight, or maybe you just want to be seen and noticed in a career situation. Maybe you want your resume to really stand out, or maybe you want your talents to really stand out. Work with the chakra center, specifically the solar plexus, for those of you that are struggling with self-worth. Because some of you, there's something about doubt, belief, and self-confidence that may be hindering success or hindering a choice here. This is about a business taking off as well. Some of you, maybe you felt a little bit back and forth in a business. This can be about profiting, spiritual work. Maybe you have a job or a career that's spiritually based, or maybe you want to move in that direction. If this is your mission, your life purpose, you're going to keep hanging on to that pull, right? There's going to be that pull that keeps coming back to you and back to you. Maybe that's what you're wavering back and forth on. If there's been struggles, though, you're rising above. And this could come as soon as Sagittarius season. You have the ornaments here. Excuse me. So the ornaments remind me of that Sagittarian energy, or December. And this is about extra money. It's about mature investments, which we see here showing up. Celebrations. Some of you may have a retail shop. Maybe you work in the beauty industry, or maybe you have to feel like you have to look a certain way to be in the spotlight or in the camera. This is saying just be yourself. You are beautiful. People are attracted to your beautiful light, your energy. It doesn't matter what's happening out here. Of course, there's changes that happen all the time on a body level. And maybe you were hyper focused on that in the past, where now there is this real authentic part of yourself from body, mind, and soul coming in that's really going to shift things. I'm also getting here, someone may have gotten work done on the face, maybe Botox, or I'm getting some sort of new cream that helps around maybe the eyes. Maybe some of you are wearing an eye mask or a face mask as you're listening to this as well. There could have been issues around skin, maybe a skin rash or some sort of blemish or something showing up. There could have been laser removal or something of that nature I'm getting for some of you. But this is also about retirement. So some of you could even be deciding to retire, and that would be a major life decision, right? That's a choice that, again, if you are destined to do, if you're meant to do, it's going to keep coming back up until you make that decision, either one way or the other. Now, you also have here new assets. So again, there could be a new vehicle in play here, or it could be used, but it's new to you. This could be a new home. It could be a new item of furniture or something for the home as well. So in the month of November, I sense that there is a new purchase here. Or if you are in sales, there could be a very large purchase. Maybe you're in real estate, or maybe you sell, products. There could be something big happening. I'm also getting a party. So for some of you, maybe you work with a company that, you sell items on the side at parties. I mean, there's so many of those types where you could be setting up a booth, or maybe you have an in-home party. I feel if you are one of those distributors, or if you are someone that does a side job like that, or maybe that's your full-time job, I feel like there could be a lot of money coming in, especially around the holiday season if you celebrate that. Now, some of you may have been in a situation in a career that you felt overlooked. You felt like someone was even looking over your shoulder, or maybe you felt like they were scrutinizing or micromanaging you every single step of the way. I also get this in a relationship of some sort. It doesn't just have to be career. This could be, a mother looking over your shoulder, telling you how to raise your child. This could be, a father-in-law coming in saying, that's the direction you have to go. You have to go to that church, not this one, right? So there could be someone in your life that you feel is kind of towering over you. I mean, this could be characteristic or traits that you are being guided to let go of as well. Maybe you've been micromanaging other people or even your own work. Maybe you've been scrutinizing because you're a perfectionist, right? And this can be about backing off from that energy and not feeling the need to be so perfect at times. Maybe that's why I'm getting the skin and the face and beauty. Next, you have employee benefits, and you also have insurance. So some of you, maybe you work in insurance, maybe you are an insurance agent here, or you're looking at new benefits that include insurance here. Now, on this benefits here, some of you may be staying in a job for the benefits. Maybe it's pension plans, paid vacations, health insurance, flexibility, parental leave. There could be skills assessments, things of that nature, food. Or if you are a business owner, do not forget these things, because there's so many things that we can tap into being a small business owner that go unrecognized or unnoticed. But remember, knowledge is power. So connect to someone who can help you at this time. Some of you could even be speaking to a financial advisor or someone that knows more about business than you that can help you gain some sort of insurance or benefits that actually will help you save money. And maybe you're doing this to others, or you're reaching out because you have the saving money here and you have the jar. Some of you are also using paid time off or vacation time to go on a trip. I feel like that trip is going to turn out really beautiful, and allow yourself to, if you can, and if you can afford to, treat yourself, treat your family, treat others. Beautiful energy here. When it comes to love, you are the sign here that had more cards that kept wanting to come out. And then Spirit would say one more. So I did get a couple of different messages. Some of you have reconciliated with someone in the past, only for it to end in a separation. So it's like you may have given someone chance after chance after chance, and now there is some sort of separation. I just have to put that out there. That's not everyone's story, as stories are different, but the energy can be the same. So I feel for a lot of you, there's someone from your past may have been returning. Maybe it's the opposite. Some of you, you are reconciling with someone you've separated. If that's the case, you have forgiving and learning here. Either way, whatever scenario you are in. Maybe it has nothing to do with a reconciliation. Like I said, this could be someone in the past that you've given numerous chance to, and you finally separated for good. Because it says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So yeah, a lot of learning, a lot of forgiving, and that may be a big piece of this choice: to reconcile, to separate, to stay separated, and to never reconcile. The choice is yours. But we also have here, for those of you that are single, maybe you're not focused on love, we have, it is safe for you to love, because again, the bars are coming off. There could have been an experience, a loss, a career, family, children, whatever had maybe halted some sort of progress when it comes to love. Spirit wants you to know that it's safe. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of love. And that's what is available here to you this month. That may be the choice that you're making, even if you're single. right? The choice is yours. The choice is always yours. Tarot is not set in stone. What any psychic or tarot reader tells you is never set in stone. But so many times we hang on to the words with such fiercity, right? I don't think that's a word, but with such fierce intention that we don't see beyond that at times. Know with everything in you, Virgo, that you have free will to choose the things that are in your highest good, because only you know. This is about expressing your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So some of you, this is about opening up, maybe reaching out, connecting with a new person. It could be revamping a relationship, resparking it. Maybe some sort of fear or pain has kept you separated from a person that you really do want to reconcile with. And maybe that's part of what Spirit was saying in the beginning about taking off the lens of pain, right? As we see things through the experiences that we've, gone through. Maybe some of you haven't talked to a child or to a family member or, a loved one because you've been hurt by them. And I feel that there could be some second chances coming in. I'll just say that. It doesn't mean an ex from the past, but this is deeper than that. This reading is very deep. And as we navigate through Scorpio season, Scorpio is a very deep sign. Can be very mysterious, can be secretive. Secrets can come up this month within yourself, within others, within the family dynamics. But also, Scorpio is a very spiritual, mystical type of energy as well. So utilize those spiritual tools that you have. Now we have needing direction was the first card out here, lost in space. Now again, another card about direction or choice, which way to go. Some of you may be 36, 30, or are born on the 24th or 30th. But if you feel or have felt a little bit lost lately, Virgo, things are about to get, better for you. There is light at the end of the tunnel here through some choices that are made. There is something here. It could be a couple of little choices. It could be something big. Regardless of what it is for you, a choice will be made. And I'm going to actually pull one final card about the choice, any last advice, but you're going to gain the direction that you need, or the advice or the message and the news, the communication that allows you to bring in this change, because you have the Horseman and there is that action, right? It's card 30, and it also coincides with the Three of Wands starting off here. And it says Herald of Change. So through these choices that are made in the coming month here, that's actually leads into 2024, this is going to herald great change in your life. That's going to lead to a lot more happiness. The Star and the 10 of Cups. I mean, who doesn't want that? And then you have Galactic Mushroom, which I love this card. It says the Divine Matrix. Because if you know anything about fungi, right, or anything about mushrooms, you know that they have this interwoven connectedness, right? They're very, very powerful. It's just this energy of, there's even a show, I forget what the show is on TV, about mushrooms and their power and coming together. But anyway, the Divine Matrix reminds you that everything is interconnected. Our divine, consciousness, we are one. And so there is a sense of coming home, coming together, being partnered, being connected, being in that energy of unconditional love. And you can see that there's a little head popping up from the mushroom here. So something is beginning to show progress where we don't always see what's happening underneath, the ground within the mushroom. But I feel like there's something growing, something is popping up here. And mushrooms are very good for the brain. Me, myself, and I take a mushroom supplement each day that has, reishi and lion's mane. So some of you could even be drinking mushroom tea. You could be taking supplements yourself. Of course, please, talk with your doctor first if you need to. But I am getting something here with mushrooms for a lot of you. If it's symbolic, it's about that interconnectedness, but it could be physical for you as well. All right. And lastly here, you have another 7, and synchronistically enough, we are in a 7-year. 2023 breaks down to 7. And then remember, you do have the 7 of Raphael here, which is the 7 of Cups. So double 7 energy is about, spiritual alignment, inner awareness. It's deep wisdom gained from the past ancestors, past experiences. So we can go with the flow. And that's what the reminder is here. To the sea is reminding you that sometimes the waters are choppy and sometimes that's out of our control. But when we fear, when we are resisting the change, it's going to be a lot more difficult, and the storm is going to pass, right? The storm always passes, and you are able now to kind of go with the flow. The waters, they don't seem as choppy as they could, but it's still a little bit foggy in the background. But look at this. Not only is there a binoculars showing what she needs to see, but there's also a direction here, a little bit of a wind, a north showing, pointing her in this direction. So you may be looking at the past and saying, okay, I've learned, because the binoculars are actually facing in the past direction. So you may be reviewing and looking things over and saying, okay, what has worked? What hasn't? What has taught me? What can I grow from? What do I not want to repeat? How can I truly be happy? What do I need to forgive? So you're doing a lot of the deep soul work here, and that's leading you to gain more clarity. And you're seeing things that you weren't able to see before through almost a microscopic type of lens. And that's what brings you this clarity here. And it's going to allow you to get out of the past and to move those binoculars, put them down for a bit, rest, because you're going with the flow here. And there's the direction. Spirit's guiding you forward because she's looking down here. It almost looks like she's reading a map. And typically the 3 of Wands, some of you, yes, there's a map. Maybe it's something on Google Maps, or maybe you are traveling. This does have to do with distance, maybe distance through maybe even time and space, right? So optimistic plans, they are going to turn out good with this 3 of Wands. So I feel for a lot of you, if you're traveling someplace, or this is just symbolic for more ease, going with the flow, you're healing from a situation, but some choices need to be made here. And I just heard Thailand. Maybe someone lives in Thailand or is visiting Thailand as well. Please take that as it resonates. Virgo, I'm really enjoying the energy here of your reading, because whatever choices you make, they are going to be in your highest good, because you're making them from the heart. Okay, your logical mind has already done a lot of really beautiful work, right? Your mind has done a lot of thinking. You've been contemplating, you've been kind of oscillating between a few things here. Now let the heart lead a little bit more. It doesn't mean that you can't think with your brain. We need to blend that. That's a partnership, right? But I feel like it's saying step into love, step into this partnership, this dance with, with co-creating, with spirit, with that sense of unconditional love. That is what I have for you, Virgo. I hope it resonates. Very powerful reading. Oh, I just heard Peter as well. Peter could be symbolic for you. If this resonates, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channel messages out there to those that need it most. Please do share, like, subscribe, hit that bell, and watch the videos if they resonate. Check out your other signs to help you plan, right? To help you feel like, yes, you are moving forward. And that's why we watch these videos, is to help, but know that nothing is set in stone. But if you continue to move forward and this is resonating to you and for you, right? This is going to be the outcome if you keep on the track that you're going. Thank you so much, Virgo, for tuning in. Lots of love.